Wassail. So today is Newell Portal Day, 3rd of the 3rd. And so today couldn't pass without a little delve into the Ascended Masters. Archangel Michael's come out while I'm talking, but he's had his say recently, so we're popping back in. We'd like a message for the 0303 portal. So we have Odin. This is a very interesting card. This is Psychic Insights. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is and follow your intuition. So I think I know what this is going to be about, but I'm not going to second guess. So Odin gave up the sight in one eye in order to receive wisdom. And he hung around suspended from the Yggdrasil tree. Now this card followed me when I first met this deck of cards all over Romania. Every time we took up the deck and shuffled them, Odin came out for me. And I did start to see energy in a way that I've never seen energy before on the arrival of this card. He also, I was shuffling the cards one day and 3 cards flew out and I caught one mid-air. It was Odin. We had a cacao ceremony and everyone got to pick a card and I got the deck last. I still got Odin. There's a very strong connection. And shortly after Romania, I was able to connect with an energy that's called Odin of the White Crow or White Raven. So we will see what Odin has to say. And Odin, it's about the third eye, but for some reason, rather than the shamanics again, which I always love starting with, we'll start with the double and a start deck. So, Odin, my old mate, spent a lot of time chatting and meditating with Odin all last year. And actually I haven't seen Odin, the card, for a while. So, Odin, what have you got to share with us today, please? What do you have to share with us? That's not a good spillage. Odin, what do you have to say? Please bring forward your messages, Odin. I haven't rung the bell. So I'm going to ring the bell and then shuffle some more. I'll keep the 2 cards that we have out. Odin's bell. Okay, so the energy was strongest in the middle. It's like you need to, seeing is believing. So the first bell resonated to say I'm here, and I didn't see or hit the bell properly. The second bell said, no, listen, I'm here. And the third bell was softer, as if I was seeing. So, Odin, what do you want to tell people? What do you want to tell people, Odin? 2 in the air, and 2 on the ground, and 2 that came out to start with. Oh, beautiful. So we start with 6/6 the Rainbow Dragon and 45 Divine Consciousness. Look at the festival of energy colours that Odin has. So you're being... You see, these videos are about uploads, but the energy of the divine consciousness is a download energy. So what do you want to tell people? It's that sense of 2-0 is the first message that I'm getting, that this energy portal opening today simply couldn't happen before today. And it's almost like I daren't speak the message that is about to be delivered. I don't know what that message is as yet, but I'm being asked to come back to Rainbow Dragon and Divine Consciousness at the end. The message is in these other pairs to start with. So we have secret temptation, being led astray, and illusion. 3149. So it's not a tight energy. It's an energy of being fearful to resonate the truth. I'm always the inability to breathe. This is a very odd reading. It's to do with what's going on in the world currently with this. This is going to be very... I can't bring it out, the message. So, it's to do with the coronavirus and what's going on in the world with the coronavirus. There is a virus. I need to say that to start with, and people are ill and people are dying, but the message that I'm getting is that we are being manipulated around the energy of the virus. It's honestly, I feel as though someone's got hold of my throat to tell me that I'm not to say this almost, and yet I'm being guided to say it. So I'm not saying that the virus is an illusion. The virus is out there. There are always viruses. The illusion is how this virus is being used to manipulate us. Okay, so this 2020 energy, and that's what this is. This is the energy of change. This Newell gateway portal, the 3rd of the 3rd today. Super Tuesday in America, so I know there's a relevance to the sort of American world as well. The virus is being used to create fear. And we have to create a conscious awareness and create inner harmony. That's these other two cards, 20 and 28. So it's the elites and the global powers that be are using this virus to... There's a fear among them of this change of the 2020 energies. These 2020 energies are releasing new downloads and uploads to help us to find the new path, the third path between what was going on before in the world. The virus is being used to create the illusion that it's going to be used to blame. It's being used as a blaming tool as well as a fear-mongering tool. It is there. Look, please understand. The virus is real, but how it's being used is being manipulated. So, for instance, it's being used because it benefits so many of these large companies, insurance companies who've had people paying to pension funds for years, telling them that they're going to live into their hundreds. If they catch this virus and then they die, then that money that they've put in to invest in their long-term pensions gets taken by the insurance companies. It's also very... it's like every time I'm saying these things, some other energy is taking my throat and telling me to be careful, but I'm going to keep talking about it. Whether I'll have the courage to post the video, you'll see when you watch this video. So it's not that I'm feeling the energy of the illness. That isn't it. I am genuinely feeling the energy of to not voice the truth that needs to be spoken. So there's some interesting things going on. Like here in the UK, they've brought in emergency legislation to force people into quarantine, which is actually a removal of people's freedom. And this is the kind of emergency legislation that this government will never rescind. They won't take it away once this virus is actually ended, and it will be at some point ended. It's also being used to deflect the fact that in America, they're saying that the American economy will go into a recession, and they're going to use the virus to explain this away. Also, you know, it's wiping off money from shares. Now, the last people that ever sell their shares are the people with the least shares and the least understanding of this. So they'll sell their shares, they'll lose money. And then these large hedge funds who have been selling while the prices were still fairly good will then go in and buy all those shares again at rock bottom prices to make more money from them. So we're really being manipulated through the use of this virus. I'm getting a really, really itchy nose now. So I'm going to pull some more cards from here still, apparently. I'm not saying don't be scared or fearful, because I don't believe you should be scared and fearful. I'm saying be aware of the illusions that we're being manipulated under. This is a virus that interestingly is connected to cells in the chest, receptor cells. And these receptor cells are not there in children, so not so many young people will catch this virus because they're the future. If you're going to have a virus that suits being spread accidentally, because, you know, let's face it, we've not exactly curtailed travel until very recently to allow this to spread. This is feeling very uncomfortable. So we have two more cards, which I'm going to have trouble reading. So there's a sense of, this is Newell coming down. It's her portal today, and she's coming down as lightning, 4026. Newell is bringing about an energy of change. She's pulling together heaven and earth to make a much more harmonious space for communities and for people to reach out to each other in love and light. This new energy that's coming back, it's returning to us. And this energy is the connection between the earth and the heavens, and it's a really strong energy that can't be stopped. But if they can create this sense of fears, sorry, I didn't read these because I got caught up in other things. This is create conscious awareness. This is how the fears open a whole series of alternative portals of darker energy. And we have to have mindful wisdom. We have to create inner harmony to not fall into these pits, these deliberate energy portals to stop the flow of truth. So the Newell energy will not be stopped, but they will do anything, these large corporations, to keep the fear going and to erode our personal freedoms. So where am I going next? Okay. I'm going to this wonderful Greek gods deck. I don't want to take those two. Just yet. So can you please explain why you have me talking about this virus? So, it's a lot of cards. Okay. So we have, honestly, the tightness every time I have to go and explain what I'm hearing is making me uncomfortable. So we have the Queen of Swords, the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So this is about Ninlil's energy, which is about this earthly transformation of energies. The separation that was created by Enlil, which was to split the earth and the heavens representing swords, air. But this is about transforming, so we have air and we have earth. This is about cutting away the fears. We have to keep aware of the fact that we're being driven to be fearful, and the virus is being used as a tool to cut aside normal life, normal behavior. Okay, all right. So we have to transform ourselves into the Queen of Pentacles, which is to be in the world. She's a very protective energy. This is the kind of promise that we're meant to be moving into. So this being led astray, these secret temptations, these illusions are being used, and we have to cut away at them. We have to know our own truths and the truths of everything that is around us. Then we have the Four of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Four of Swords. So the Four of Pentacles is to hang on to the fears, to hang on to the inability to allow energy to flow through you. And that's another part of these hidden dark realms of fear that are trying to be created, is to stop the divine consciousness and the energy of the light worker, those two cards that I started with and said I couldn't get anything out of them other than 2020 being the moment of the now. This is beautiful energy, absolutely incredible energy. And this is the energy of the Hierophant, this spiritual expansion, taking the raw masculine energy of the earth grid that has now become emotional. And this is the problem, because this card represents the divine masculine. And when we get to the part of the divine masculine, which is coming on Midsummer's Day, it's almost like the game is up. You won't be able to stop it then. So there's a real battle going on to keep us trapped and stuck in earth energies that we can't allow this new flow of energy through. And actually, the heaven part here, because in both of these sides we've got sword and an earth and sword and an earth energy. The swords, the Four of Swords, is about moving on and healing and creating new thought patterns. So the healing, usually the Eight of Swords, and these swords as they're laid out create 8 points, is a energy where we keep ourselves trapped and stuck. This time we're using this energy to create travel from the old Stark down towards the flow of the new and emanating out with a new spiritual expansion. And then down with lightning, we have the Chariot. To march forwards, the energy, unstoppable energy, and this is what I'm hearing from the guides, that you can't stop this now. It can't be stopped. Not the virus. The virus will be stopped. What I mean is you can't stop the transformative energies that are taking place. This is way bigger and way more powerful. And we also have love and light with the 9 of Cups. So you've got to keep your trust, your faith, and your knowledge. This 9 of Cups is about Venus and Psyche, or Aphrodite and Psyche. I'm not very good on my history in that area. And this is a wish card. There are 6 cups below. 6 cups always represents balance, bringing things back from a reunion. And it's a reunion of ancient energies from the cosmos that can't be stopped. And then our souls, our divine masculine and divine feminine, they have a cup each, and that's to love yourself. To love yourself allows you then to love others. It's our ability to love ourselves in the sacral, and then to push that energy out, that wonderful energy of the light worker, the beautiful dragon energy of the rainbow dragon coming out. The more we can love others, the more we can bring about this new energy. And then this here is now in, I'm being told, this energy of Newell coming in to offer that 9th cup, which is the wish card, to bring that energy forward. It's still like someone's got their hands around my throat for saying this. So, we're going to the Sufi deck, because this is all about how we create love, how we feel around love. So, it's the card from yesterday. So, interesting. So we have 2 cards to start with. Silencing the mind. Let silence guide you to your inner peace. And open mind. Please take this energy away and let me speak freely. We have open mind, which is replace the old cycle with a new and exciting one. It's going to happen. We can't stop this. This is the idea of this energy coming down from the cosmos to the earth. This joining, this new creation of Newell bringing the earth, the uploads, and then the cosmic eye of the heavens bringing the energy together so that there's a space in between for making friends. Friendship is the alchemy of success. This has got that wonderful soft aquamarine quality to it of the healing paradise ray of the Aquafarians. They're back again as information. So this is about us working on ourselves to illuminate the fears. Okay, so now I'm understanding this a little bit more. The Divine Consciousness card is this eye of Newell looking down and helping us to connect our Kundalini energies because they're softening. So this is about releasing fears, really releasing fears, not listening to the cycles, the old cycles of the age of Pisces. We have to reach out as a community to everyone. And part of, okay, so it's almost like, people are dying of the virus. Please don't misunderstand me when I say that this is a terrible illness, but the way in which it's being manipulated is actually going to backfire on the global powers, which is really interesting. So the more we reach out and make friends with each other, which we will do, because the more they create the need for people to look after each other and look out for each other, the greater the community grows, and that 1% of people that have all the control over us will start to lose. It's only 1%. Think how many other people there are in the world. We are more powerful than them. And there is that real sort of, these cards really are sort of, it's hard for me to hold them up and show you them in that sort of energy format, but this is what we're looking at. This energy of friendship is created in the cosmos, because in the cosmos, the truth of everything is that spirit, ascended masters, and all these people around us are one. They work as a community. And it's only in this linear world, and in other linear worlds, that fears and illusions and temptations are created to stop the connection. There's nothing that would suit the elites more than you not knowing the divine energies that are here in the cosmos. So I get to do the shamanics now, I've been told. So let's see what the shamanics have. Very quiet shamanics. There's a reflective quality to the making friends. 4221, we are the power to make change. Rainmaker and Gatherer. This is the healing energy of the Aquafarians. This is that sense that as we break through, this is a card of creation. This is a card of self-love, creating the ability within the world for us, the masses, to gather everything into abundance. So instead of us being enslaved to work and jobs and poverty. Okay, so another thing I'm getting is this thing of poverty is created as the biggest fear. The idea that we never have enough. At the moment I visit my mother a lot, who's in a dementia care home, and lots of the people in that care home, their trauma that they repeat over and over again is fear of lack. And it's a fear of lack that is stopping us. So you've got to actually see yourself as the friend of abundance, the friend of the earth, the energy of everything beautiful being within the world. And this is what makes the Rainmaker, to create new emotions, to light your energy wings of the Jupiter-Juno energy that's coming on the 20th will be really helpful to people. I'm really adoring the energy of those 3 cards, 4 cards. I mean, you know, this is wonderful, wonderful energy. Beautiful energy, really paradise style healing. So, another message please. Another message please. That's a bit of a block. So, Vision Quest. This is about holding vision, holding your truth. That's the key to this. You have to hold your truth. That's the key to the journey forwards, to return us to the original frequency that we were intended to live at, the sort of divine blueprint, aquamarine print, the true energy that we as, I mean, in all of these cards, they're still giving me that theme of the Aquafarians green energy. So we need to become children of the earth, but as one big family. Okay, so we have, in the Lenormand cards, we have the mountain upside down and being broken down. What else do we have? There's a lot of them here. So, we have mountain and scythe. So it's almost like this is nearing its end. This mental blockage that we've all been living under, this age of Pisces abuse that everyone is living under, is ending. There's nothing can be done to stop this at all. And then we have snake and heart. This is the promise of your two Kundalini energies coming together and joining at the heart chakra. When we live in that energy of the heart love, we get this wonderful outward explosion of emotions. They're getting on my throat again. I must be getting closer to a truth. Then we have 2, 8 and 4. We have the divine male and we have house. And in the house, there's also a small, in the cottage area, there's a small space for a birdhouse with birds flying around it. The message that I'm getting from these is that our place in the earth is ultimately safe, but we do have to keep an eye on things. And then we have, I need to go back to those. So the divine masculine energy will come on this solar eclipse, and it's bringing new love. Oh, it's the Ace of Hearts, and we have the Heart card as well. And then we have the King of Hearts, and actually the Heart card is the Warrior of Hearts. So it's really about us flowing with this energy of love from our heart chakras. But it's love that resonates at the frequency of aquamarine, and it hasn't been in the earth or seen on the earth throughout the age of Pisces, and it's back. It's in the crystalline grid. And then we have the card 37, which is an extra card in this deck, which is a kind of alchemist. And actually, in this deck, the alchemist is sitting and he has cards and choices to pick. And I'm being told that this is the psychic insight of Odin. It's that he knows the cards to pick, he knows the choices to make, he knows how to create the pathway to fortune and love, because he's done his 9 days hanging and he's lost his eye. We've lost certain things to get us to this new energy. And then there was a card that I never picked up, and it's the raw feminine Ace of Spades, the beginning of a new world. So by putting the raw feminine into the earth, we can connect with the divine masculine and begin to build ourselves a much more beautiful life of togetherness, of people looking out for each other again, people supporting each other. That's really beautiful. I am going to sit with it though for a while, because I need to work out whether I want to put that message out, if I'm honest. It's my throat's completely calmed now that I've actually let the energy out, but that feels very complicated. It feels inflammatory. I don't want anyone to think that I'm not emotionally stressed by what's going on globally with this virus, but it is being used, and you need to keep that aware. It's being used as an illusion. It is real, but they're creating illusions around it for their own darker deeds. And you can't stop a good goddess. Okay, Ninlil's coming. And after Ninlil, there'll be others. So try and find some inner peace if you can, people, and find that sense of love. Find the strength in your heart to have this energy bursting out of your heart. And with luck, Spirit and the cosmic guides will help us all through this. So if you're suffering, I really wish you a speedy recovery, everybody, and I guess keep the faith, people, that we're winning. Okay, so wassail.